We're going to bring in the pagan, change the Sabbath day from the seventh day to the first day. All you do is look at a calendar. Get a 4-year-old child, 5-year-old child, and put a calendar in front of them and say, what is the first day that you see, the first day that you see on this calendar? And I'll bet you they'll point to that day. Without a shadow of a doubt. And tell them count the last day of the week and look at what day that is, and they'll point to that one. The first one and the last day. But you can't see it. Just like they'll say Mashiach Shai died on Good Friday. Salakia Most High about Shemashik on the day that y'all say he died on, and you count 3 days, you get what? The second day of the week. Not the first day of the week. Y'all can't even count from y'all can't count from one day to the other. That's 2 days. And y'all celebrate Easter. Say he died on that day, then 3 days later, that's the second day of the week. But on the first day of the week, it's only 2 days. I mean, I'm just trying to, understand how destroyed we are as a people. Sad. It's really sad when you think about it. Think about that. You can't even count 3 days. Go back to Leviticus 19th chapter. Verse 5. He said, and if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Most High, ye shall offer it at your own will. Your free will. You have your own will, not doing something that somebody's making you do, but you're doing it in your own will. Look at Leviticus, the 17th chapter, and let's look at oh, that's a good one. Let's start at verse 13. Because most I told we ain't supposed to be eating no blood. But, some people like their meat raw, pretty much. They call it rare, we call it raw. And you know who that is? Esau. It says, and whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catches any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust. See? Pour out the blood and cover it up. For it is the life of all flesh. The blood is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore, I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no matter of flesh. Hear that? That's why it gotta be cooked. You don't supposed to see no blood. You see that blood in there is abomination. Ye shall eat the blood of no matter of flesh. Some people like their steaks medium rare. I don't think so. Or they have them, you get them, you see them, see that blood in there, you see that red in there? No, you gotta cook them more. For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. Okay. But surely you knew that. That's why we like our meat generally well done. And every soul that eateth that which dieth of itself, you find some on the road that died of itself, or that which was torn with beasts ate it and left some of it there, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. Then shall he be clean. Like a lot of times, most I say, you're going to be unclean until the evening when it get dark. But if he wash them not, you don't wash your clothes, you don't clean up yourself, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity. You're going to bear your wickedness. He's letting you know. You know. So, let's go to Leviticus 19:6. It shall be eaten the same day. If you have a peace offering that you offer to the Most High, it shall be eaten the same day you offer it, and on the morrow. So you can eat it that day. You cook it, you can eat it that day, and you can eat it the next day. And if aught remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire. So if you still have some left on the third day, he say burn it in the fire. Leftovers, 2 days, third day, say get rid of it, burn it in the fire. And if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable. Hear that? See, if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable. It shall not be accepted. And you know, I was thinking about this. I was looking at this. I'm like, wow. So we pray over our food all the time, and you get that on the third day, and you pray over it. Most of us say it's abominable. You praying over. That's what we're doing now. We praying over our food. He said it is abominable. Wow. On the third day, it is abominable. It shall not be accepted. Therefore, every one that eateth it shall bear his iniquity, because he hath profaned the hallowed thing of the Most High. This is what we did. We offered a peace offering up to the Most High. We had 2 days. He allows us to eat. Third day, got to get rid of it. Therefore, every one that eateth it shall bear his iniquity, because he hath profaned the hallowed thing of the Most High, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. That's serious. See, that soul gonna be cut off from among his people. Finished. Say you're gonna be finished. Leviticus 9 and 10. Verse 9 and 10 of the 19th chapter. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, you going up there, you harvesting the crops that you grew, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of the field. He said, don't take the corners of the field. You got one corner over here, one corner over there, one corner over there, one corner over there. He say, don't reap the corners of the field. That means you ain't supposed to be taking the corners. You got to leave the corners of the field alone. Neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest. Right? And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard. Just take everything. Just get everything and take everything. Thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am the Most High, your power. So think about how it is in these lands. They got barbed wires, they got probably armed guards and everything guarding the crops. The four corners of wherever you grow, it's supposed to be left for the strangers and the poor to be able to come there and get something to eat. They're not following the laws of the Most High at all. As you can see, go to Deuteronomy 24. Deuteronomy 24th chapter, verse 19. Deuteronomy 24. Think about it. You go somewhere, you traveling, and you could just get out your car and go to the corner of the vineyard or wherever they have crops and so forth, and just pick something and eat. Be all right. That's how it was set up. But no, you can't do that at all in these nations, kingdoms. Deuteronomy 24 and 19. When thou cuttest down thy harvest in thy field, and hast forgot a sheep in the field, you forgot something. You got everything out of the field, but you forgot something in the middle of the field. thou shalt not go again to fetch it. You know what he said? You're supposed to go out there to try and get it. You forgot it, it's finished. Thou shalt not go again to fetch it, to get it. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. The Most High deal with that. The widow, the widower, and the fatherless, and the poor. He said, and the stranger. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow, that the Most High thy power may bless thee in all the work of thine hands. That's why this place is not blessed. Because they don't do this. They don't follow this. They do not follow this. But if they follow this, then you see that they could be blessed. When thou beatest thine olive tree, thou shalt not go over the bowls again. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. You done knocked all the olives that you could get off the tree. Leave it alone. Whatever's left is for the stranger, and for the fatherless, and for the widow. They have something to eat. When thou gatherest the grapes of thine vineyard, you get all the grapes that you can out of your vineyard, thou shalt not glean it all afterward. Once you got all you got, once you done pick, don't go back and pick anymore. That's it. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterward. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. They can come and get something to eat. And thou shalt remember this, Yasharallah, Israelites, that thou was a bondman, a slave in the land of Egypt. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. You got no choice. That's what I say. Most I don't tell you, maybe you can do it, you got your free will to do this or that, whatever. He just told you to do whatever you bring a peace offering, do it on your own. Your own free will. That's what free will you have, to serve him. That's it. And do what he say do. Other than that, go to Psalms 41. Psalms the 41st chapter. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Psalms 41, 41st chapter. Why do we have to visit you before you be afraid of? Psalms 41. Let's read from verse 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. You want to be blessed? He say, blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Most High will deliver him in time of trouble. That's very important, y'all. Look at our hold that. Get Psalms 34 and 7. You consider the poor, say the Most High going to deliver you in a time of trouble. Look at this. Psalm 34 and 4. Hold that. In Psalms 41, it says, Psalm 34 and 7, he said, the angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear him. So you're going to do what he say do. His rules and regulations, that's how you show you fear him. Because when he visits you, when that wrath come on, you start hollering, he going to start mocking and laughing at you. That mercy and grace is being lifted up, y'all. The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear him. Fear the Most High and delivereth them. That's why he's saying, look, Psalm 41 and 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. Considereth the poor. Most High will deliver him in time of trouble. Those that consider the poor, you're going to deliver him in time of trouble. Most High will preserve him and keep him alive. And he shall be blessed upon the earth. And thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. That's how you be saved, y'all. He's saying he's going to deliver you to the will of his enemies. Look at Luke 1:68 to 71. See, the will of the enemy is to destroy us. But the Most High said he got the angel of the Most High encampeth around those that fear the Most High and delivers them in the time of trouble. And we in the time of Jacob's trouble now. So look, Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Most High power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Now, Exodus 18:1 proved that his people are the Israelites. And hath raised up a horn, which is a power, like a bull's horn, ram's horn, of salvation, powers from authority for us, the children of Israel, in the house of his servant David, who was a Mashiach Yahushua, who came from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe David came out of, Jacob's fourth-born son. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. What did he speak? Saying that we, the 12 tribes of Israel, should be saved from who? From our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. That's why he's saying what he's saying. You gotta understand this. Psalm 41:2. The Most High will preserve him and keep him alive, if you consider the poor. And he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. You hear what he's saying? Luke 1:71, that he should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, his commandments. And the mercy was given to who? Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob. That's why the Most High said, this is the only place that he said he's going to have mercy. To who? Isaiah 14:1-3. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob. Show me where the Most High say he's going to have mercy on any other nation at this time, and will yet choose Israel. You see? We read that in Deuteronomy 7:6, Deuteronomy 14:2. Choose Israel and set them, who are the Israelites, in their own land. This is what the Most High going to do. Ain't no man going to do this. The Most High say, I'm going to do this. He going to set us in our own land. He said, and the strangers, these other nations, outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They're going to be cleaved to us. Realize that the Most High is with us. Most High will if it is us. And the people shall take them, when he have mercy on Jacob, will take these other nations and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High. For what? For servants and handmaids. They're going to be the new people that's working for the new IRS. Israelites receiving services. How long? Forever and ever and ever. They're going to change it to God. They're going to be servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors, as it is written. And it shall come to pass, when this happens in the kingdom, in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest. That's when we're going to have rest. This is not our rest right now. From thy sorrow. We went over this last night. From our sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. You see? That's when we're going to have rest. But you're going to have mercy on Jacob. Going back to Psalms 41:1. Excuse me, let's read verse 1 on down. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. Blessed are you if you consider the poor. That's all. When you look at the Essenes, we had different sets of Israelites. But you look at the Essenes, they were about taking care of the poor. That's why even when they anointed the Mashiach Yahushua with the oil for his burial, they was like, what are you doing? We're going to say taking that was coming from the alabaster box and sold it for much and giving it to who? To the poor. Say, blessed is he that considereth the poor. the Most High will deliver him in time of trouble. That's why it's very important to hear this. The Most High will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. The Most High will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. Thou wilt make all his bed in his sickness. See? He gonna take care of you. You take care of the poor, he gonna take care of you. Go back to Leviticus 19. So that's why you're supposed to leave certain parts or the corners of your harvest for the poor. Leviticus 19 and 11. You shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. See, these are things that if you do, you are an abomination to the Most High. You are filthy, wicked act. You are in nothing but sin. You shall not steal. So we got to look at Exodus 20th chapter. Like I told you, that's the 10 commandments, which are based upon how we love the Most High with all our heart, mind, and strength, and how we love each other. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what the laws are based upon. It's just a synopsis of a short version of what the 10 commandments are. First part is how we love the Most High and serve him, and the second part is how we love each other and serve each other. That's how the 10 commandments are based, how it's based. So we're looking at Exodus 20th chapter, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal. Tell us we're not supposed to steal. Verse 16, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. That's lying. We're not supposed to be lying on each other or about each other. Deuteronomy 5 and 20. Deuteronomy 5 and 20. Deuteronomy 5 and 20. Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor. Hear that? Verse 19. Neither shalt thou steal. Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor. So you notice how the Most High told us already. He told us again, right? Go to Job 33 and 14. Basically the same thing, right? And sometimes it might be somewhere else that he said the same thing. Job 33, 14. For the Most High speaking once. Yeah, he spoke once. We heard it once. Yeah, twice. Yeah, twice. Yet man perceive it not. See? Most High speak to us once. Sometimes he said the same thing. I mean, we ain't went nowhere. You talking to the same people. The same people. Telling us the same thing over and over and over again. Because we stiff-necked. Hard-hearted. You see? He know how we are. And knowing all the scriptures and looking at our generations of Israelites that have been on this earth, yeah. We know too. Even in our day and time. Look at Ephesians. Now before I go there, I want to deal with it. Mashiach Yahushua, so y'all know, because a lot of y'all might be Christians and y'all think that we are under the law. Why am I bringing out the law? Let's see what he says so you understand and overstand. Matthew 5 and 17. This is what he said. If you believe in him, he said, think not, don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. I challenge you to open up your mind just a little. Because I know you don't like to think. Our people don't like to think. But think about this. Show me, when the Mashiach was on the earth, what books he had to go by that we have now in this Bible. What did he go by? And what did he have to go by when he walked the earth? I'll wait. But he said, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, heaven and earth is still here. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law where we at. In Leviticus the 19th chapter, till all be fulfilled. See? So for you preachers out there that telling our brothers and sisters that are Israelites, that they Gentiles and they've been grafted in, don't know who they've been grafted in among, and they got to be filled with the Holy Ghost and speak in tongues, but they don't know what they're saying. When they speak in tongues, they know interpreter to say whatever it is that they coming out of their mouth saying. He said, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he should be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So you're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven, and you making all those that you're telling that they don't have to follow the law. What Mashiach Shai said, don't even think that I come to destroy the law of the prophets. That's the Old Testament. That's the law where we in. Leviticus 19th chapter. He ain't destroyed that. Look. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, they shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do what? The laws and the commandments, and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So you got a choice, choose life or death. The least is going to be thrown in the lake of fire. The greatest is going to be keeping the laws of the Most High. You're not going to get around it. I mean, you're not going to get around this, period. Go to the last book of the Bible, because y'all like to be in the New Testament, but y'all act like Revelations is hocus pocus or something. I don't know, because you don't know it. It's like allegories and things that you can't figure out, because you got to know from Genesis all the way to Malachi and everything in between, including the Apocrypha, to even see this and understand it. Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Revelation 14 and 12. And the saints are the 12 tribes of Israel when you read Psalms 148:14. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua. Can't get no clearer than that. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High. How you gonna say you ain't under the law? The commandments of the Most High and the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua. Let's go to one more. The last book of the Bible. Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed, and not cursed, but blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. You have a chance to live forever and ever and ever, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Gates. The gates gonna be on 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, 3 gates on the east, and 3 gates on the west. 12 tribes of Israel's names on each of the 3 gates on the north, south, east, and west, which make up the 12 tribes. What gate you going through in saying that you're not going to keep the laws of the Most High? You better understand and overstand. This is very, very important. Romans 13 and 8. Romans 13 and 8. Matter of fact, before we go there, we can go there. Romans 13 and 8. I'll come back to the Spirit move me somewhere else. Romans the 13th chapter, the 8th verse. Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Hear that? You love him. Myself say loved us. That he gave his only life that he had, his flesh, for our sins, the children of Israel. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, that's a lie, thou shalt not covet, desire things that other people have, and if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this, saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. See? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. See? Love is a feeling of the law, keeping the laws of the Most High. Let's go to Matthew 19 and 16. Everybody that call themselves Christian or whatever faith generally believe in a Mashiach Yahushua. So let's look at Matthew 19, 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? So it's living forever. So what good thing should I do to have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? So you see, he wasn't running around talking about how you doing, I'm good. He said, Why callest me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt, and he gave glory to the Most High, all praise to the Most High. That's what he said. Ain't nobody good but the Most High. All praise to the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, you want everlasting life, listen to what he say. This is what these poach-up eating preachers. Keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. And he said unto him, which? Mashiach said, just what he said. Thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Now he know who he's talking to. He know this cat is rich. He got a lot of things. And like he said, remember what we said, when you take care of the poor, you're going to be blessed in the time of trouble and so forth. This is what it said. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what this is all about. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Because all the commandments is based upon how we love the Most High and how we love each other as the Israelites. So that's what he's giving them. The second part of the Ten Commandments was dealing with how we deal with each other with civil laws and moral laws and so forth. All this was pretty much given moral laws. The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? In the dietary laws for us. He said, all these things I kept from my youth up. What do I lack yet? Listen to what he told him. Because you said, love thy neighbor as thyself, right? He said, myself shall say to him, verse 21, if thou wilt be perfect, and you want to be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor. That's the spirit we was rolling in and should be rolling in. Go sell all you have. He said, give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. He was rich. He had a lot going on. Then said to Mashiach shall do his disciples, verily, truly I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. This is how hard it is. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. That's a little archway in Israel. The eye of a needle, archway in Israel. That a camel not going to want to get down there because he's not going to be able to get his hump through that little archway. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of the Most High. When the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? See? But Mashiach shall beheld them. He look at their countenance. How they saying, well, who is it that can be